All right, let's dive in. Today, we are cracking the code on one of the most common and, let's be honest, one of the most frustrating engine codes you can get on your Chevy or GMC truck, that pesky P0011. You know that feeling, right? You're just driving along, everything seems fine, and then, boom, that little orange engine icon lights up your dashboard. It's that sinking feeling in your gut, but hey, don't panic. We're going to figure this out. So, if you've plugged in a code reader and P0011 is what popped up, you are in exactly the right place. We're going to break down what this code really means and, more importantly, walk through how you can actually fix it. Okay, so first things first, what in the world is your engine's computer trying to tell you with this P0011 code? Let's translate the technical jargon into something that makes sense. The official textbook definition is A, camshaft timing over-advanced on bank 1. Okay, so what does that actually mean? Well, in simple terms, it means the intake camshaft on the first bank of cylinders is running ahead of the music. Its timing is more advanced than what the engine's computer is asking for. The best way to think about it is like a musician in a band who keeps playing their notes just a little too early. It throws the rhythm of the entire song off, right? That's exactly what's happening in your engine. This timing issue can mess with your power, your fuel economy, and just make the engine run rough. The whole performance suffers. Now, to really understand the problem, we need to get a quick look at the system that's at the heart of all this. It's actually a pretty brilliant piece of engineering. This P0011 code is all about the Variable Valve Timing System, or VVT. See, modern engines use this system to change the timing of the valves on the fly. Why? Well, it gives you better power when you hit the gas and better fuel mileage when you're just cruising down the highway. It's an amazing system, but it has one very, very specific need. And this right here is the golden ticket, the most important clue in this whole mystery. The VVT system doesn't use little electric motors to adjust the timing. It uses your engine oil. Pressurized engine oil acts like hydraulic fluid to move the parts. That means the oil isn't just for lubrication. It's the literal lifeblood of this entire system. So if our timing is off, we need to figure out why. Let's put on our detective hats and round up the usual suspects, the most common culprits that are almost always behind a P0011 code. And here they are. Now look closely at the order, because we've put them in an order from most likely and easiest to fix, down to the least likely and most complicated. We start with the number 1 cause, your engine oil. From there, it could be the electronic part that controls the oil flow, the VVT solenoid, and then we get into the more serious mechanical stuff. Always start at the top of this list. Okay, knowing the suspects is half the battle. Now you need a roadmap, a clear plan of attack to diagnose this thing properly. Following these steps can save you a ton of time, a ton of money, and a massive headache. Here's the game plan. We start with the absolute basics, the oil. It's simple, it's free, you have to do it. Second, we look at the part that acts like a gatekeeper for that oil, the solenoid. Third, we can use a scan tool to see what the computer is seeing. And then, only after we've checked all that, do we even begin to think about the heavy mechanical parts. I honestly cannot say this enough. Before you buy a single part, before you even think about picking up a wrench, pop the hood and check your oil. Pull out that dipstick. Is the level low? Is the oil super dark and thick? Does it look like sludge? If the answer to any of those is yes, there's a very good chance you've just found your culprit. And this slide right here is exactly why we follow those steps in order. A bad VVT solenoid is a super common fix, it's a relatively cheap part, and you can usually swap it out in under an hour. A stretched timing chain, on the other hand, that's a huge engine-out $1,000 plus repair. You never ever want to jump to the worst conclusion when the fix might be simple. Now, for those of you with a decent scan tool, you can actually see the problem happening in real time. You can look at the live data and compare what the computer is commanding the camshaft to do versus its actual position. In a healthy engine, those two numbers should be pretty much identical. But with a P0011 code, you'll see the actual position is stuck way ahead of or over-advanced from what's being commanded. It's proof that there's a real physical issue. All right, after running through our checklist and our investigation, it's time to put it all together and officially close the case on this P0011 error code. Let's just quickly recap the big takeaways. If you remember nothing else, remember these 4 things. 1, oil, oil, oil. Check it first, period. 2, that VVT solenoid is a very common point of failure. and thankfully, it's an affordable fix. 3. Dirty oil is a master of disguise. It can make your truck act like it has a catastrophic failure when it really doesn't. And 4, hey, there's no shame in calling a pro if you think you're dealing with a timing chain. So I'll just leave you with this final thought. When it comes to the P0011 code, is it possible that a simple $50 oil change could save you from a $1,000 repair bill? You know what? The answer is very, very often, yes. Thanks for sticking with me on this one.